Hi, I'm Tom from Runners Need and Outsole Outdoor. Today I wanted to talk to you about the New Balance Fresh Foam Hierro version 9. First things first, we need to cover the most controversial bit, the name. This is the 9th version of the Hierro, so they're obviously very confident in it, but sometimes in stores we struggle to pronounce it, so we've taken to calling it the Ferrero Rocher, which is the absolute creme de la creme of running shoes. So I've put about 100 and something miles on these shoes now. I've had a test for a while, and I've never had a pair of trail shoes with such a high stack before and so much cushioning. I'm used to something that gives a lot less cushioning, even on ultra events of 100+ miles. These are probably the most cushioned shoes I've ever had. And one of the first things I noticed was the stack height. Obviously, if you're a road runner, you're probably not going to notice as much, but if you're a trail runner, you're probably the first thing you notice when you put your feet in them is how much cushioning is there. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's not a bad thing at all. Once I got used to it, after a few miles, it didn't feel different, didn't feel unstable. Not any of the issues that I thought there might be about instabilities or losing that responsiveness, was not a problem. The soles are Vibram EcoStep Natural, using recycled materials, but they're absolutely excellent. Like I said, the lugs aren't too deep, so I did wonder if they were going to be grippy enough in like boggy terrain, and although we haven't had that much bog this year, these have excelled when I have ended up in quite boggy areas, as you can see from the state of the top of these shoes. I haven't washed them for the review. Because these shoes have got more cushioning than your average trail shoe, there's a bit of a conversation to be had about energy return or energy loss. You can transition from heel to toe very easily on these. They might look a little bit flatter from the outside, but they're not at all. They've got like that rocker to enable you to roll from heel to toe transition, so you don't lose any energy, or you lose as little energy as possible. And the Fresh Foam, the version 9, is really, really responsive as well. So it's very, very cushioned, but at the same time, I don't think you're losing that much energy in terms of pushing off again and maintaining your momentum. What we're seeing as well is a lot of people buying trail shoes, and particularly trail shoes with a fair bit of cushioning, to use for walking, and that's absolutely fine too. You might want to think about waterproof socks because the shoes aren't waterproof, and you wouldn't want them to be waterproof because they wouldn't be breathable and vent and dry in the same way that you need from a pair of running shoes. Quick tech stats on these. So the lugs are 6mm, the drop is 4mm, the stack height at the heel is 33mm, although I know that online people have said that in real life when they've checked it, it's actually a little bit higher than that. So I've done like a lot of miles in these ones, well over 100 now. One of the events I used them for was the Crow Marathon, the mountain rescue team next to us's charity event for the year. That was 27 and a bit miles, and in blistering heat. It was great, but I stayed blister free. I also did one day of the Light in these ones as well in the Lake District this year, and they performed really well over a massive variety of terrain. Even technical descents where I thought these shoes would be a little bit too stiff and a little bit too spongy at the same time, like there's the lateral stiffness and then a lot of cushioning. On technical descents, actually, towards the end of the day, we had to drop down quite quickly and then onto a road and then do a bit of tarmac bashing to get back to the control, to the beginning within our time, and these performed really well. So almost a bit of a jack of all trades on lots of different terrains. Even with the cushioning, they were really good. So just a quick note on sizing as well. A lot of season runners, I'm guessing, will have shoes of different sizes for different kinds of events, and they'll be and every manufacturer has no matter what they say, will size it ever so slightly differently. With these, I went for an 11, and that comfortably covers me. With some of the brands, I worry that sometimes they're a little bit too big for shorter, more techie runs. With these, they're absolutely fine. Anything from 6 miles, my shortest run, up to over 40 miles, they were really, really good on the day. You can't beat just coming into store and trying them on and getting your size absolutely dialed, and then getting on the treadmill and looking for movement before going. But obviously accepting that if you are going to use them for longer distances, as seasonal runners will know, is you want that little bit of extra room in there to allow for the swelling and the movement without your toes hitting the front.